Hey everyone, this is Drew at Headset Advisor, and today we have a showdown of the Plantronics, or now Poly, Voyager 5200 UC, and the Sennheiser, or now EPOS, Presence UC. Both models are very comparable, and by the end of this video, you can choose which one sounds best and would be the best value, all things considered. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments with number one, which one sounded better, and number two, which one would be the best value, as I mentioned, all things considered. Stay tuned as well, because I'm going to do a microphone test as well as a microphone noise cancellation test of both models, and both models will have the same microphone levels. Both models are fully up to date, so everything is in even playing fields. The microphones will be set to about 35 to 40% microphone gain, and you can be the judge on what sounds best. So I'll give you my pros and cons of each model, and we'll go from there. The Plantronics Voyager 5200 UC, millions of customers are using this headset. It's sleek, lightweight, low profile. It has buttons right here on the top that I really like. You can easily turn it on and off. It's very easy to use. The battery talk time is rated up to 7 hours, but from my experience, manufacturers that say 7 hours, it's usually, from what our customers say, it's maybe like 4 to 5 hours. So keep that in mind. Some customers seem to get the 7 hours, others don't. It has a noise canceling microphone. You have an answer end control on the back. Both brands have software that you can download. The Plantronics is going to have a winning edge on that because it has more modifications, like you can turn on or off the mute indicator. So you have that ability. You have things like turning on HD audio for the microphone. You have the ability to turn that off. So you have a lot more control in the app. So Plantronics certainly wins on that side. Sennheiser, or EPOS now, also has software for you to update the headset and control certain things. You just won't be able to control as much as you can on the Plantronics. Overall, this is my preferred wearing choice. The Plantronics, to me, is going to win on the comfort side. Sennheiser is still very comfortable. Both come with different sizes of ear tips to choose from. So they're very similar, but as you can tell, they're two totally different designs. Let me put that close to the camera so you can see what it looks like on. And then you have the Voyager 5200 UC. It has this piece that goes behind the ear. And for me, this wearing style is as good as it gets in regards to comfort. You're not going to beat the 5200 UC, and that's just my personal preference. It may be different for you. You may find the Sennheiser the most comfortable. It does have an ear hook that's padded that kind of goes behind the ear. And as I mentioned, both have different sizes of ear tips. The Sennheiser is going to be a lot more of a durable headset. It's rated up to about 10 hours of talk time. So you're certainly going to get more battery life out of the Sennheiser than you are going to get out of the Voyager 5200 UC. Both models don't have a replaceable battery, which is unfortunate, but I'm not aware of many Bluetooth headsets like this that do have a replaceable battery. That is certainly a downside. So in about 2 years, expect to replace out the full headset, unfortunately, if the battery no longer holds a charge. So let me go ahead and switch between the audio of both devices. But before I do that, both come in variants for UC and non-UC, and let me explain that. If you look online, you're going to see the Sennheiser Presence, but you also see the Sennheiser Presence UC, or you'll see the Plantronics Voyager 5200 or the Voyager 5200 UC. UC means that it includes this USB adapter that has software built into it. So if you want to seamlessly switch from cell phone and computer, you need to go with the UC variant. Don't look at the lower cost of the other one if you want to be able to connect to computer and cell phone and think that you got a sweet deal, because what happens is customers order that variant, they go to connect the headset to their computer, whether they got it for that purpose originally or later down the road they have a need for that. As soon as they connect it to the computer, you experience a bunch of issues like calls dropping, the headset pairing and unpairing from the computer, no ability to mute and unmute the microphone, no ability to answer and end calls away from the computer, connectivity issues, just a number of issues you don't want to deal with, especially if your calls and meetings are important. The UC model is going to be the best overall value if you ever foresee yourself needing to connect to the computer in the future. That USB adapter isn't just Bluetooth, that's software built in from the major manufacturers like Sennheiser or Epos and Poly, so that you have the best experience possible with their headsets. So that is something to keep in mind. The wireless range between the two is about the same, 50 to 100 feet of range is what you can expect. If you were to just connect the headset via Bluetooth to the computer, you'll get little to no range, maybe 15 feet, maybe 30 feet at most. But if you're in any environment with walls or barriers, the wireless range is going to be significantly reduced. So if you have the USB adapter, it's going to give you that extended range. Now, the moment you have all been waiting for, the microphone test. Everyone seems to love that. I'm not doing the blender test today, I promise. For those of you who had commented saying that you want to hear real world noise in the background, I'm going to do some dogs barking and office chatter that would be on my cell phone. For any reason that these headsets aren't a fit for you, or if you have a different need, let us know your thoughts in the comments or what your specific needs are, or contact us here at Headset Advisor. This is what we do. We're experts when it comes to headsets. And if you need a recommendation, reach out to us and we can provide you a few best compatible recommendations based on your specific needs. All right, so right now I've been talking to you this whole time on the Sennheiser Presence UC. So the audio you've been hearing this whole time has been on the Sennheiser. Let me go ahead and switch over to the Plantronics and we can compare. Okay, the microphone you're hearing is on the Plantronics, and you can kind of get a comparison. I'm going to move the microphone so you know for sure. Accidentally hit the mute button. So if you do go to move your microphone, there's a mute button right underneath the microphone, which is nice. That brings up a good point. The mute is right here underneath the microphone of the Plantronics. The mute on the Sennheiser is a bit disappointing. It's kind of annoying. You have to press and hold this, the plus and minus button for about 2 seconds. When you press and hold that, that will mute and unmute your microphone. The controls on the headset, I'm not a big fan of the Sennheiser. This is the plus, this is the minus. You have to kind of press your finger against your ear to be able to adjust the volumes, whereas the Plantronics, you have a plus and minus right here. It's just easy to adjust up and down. Both models, good news is they both have micro USB charge ports, which is amazing. Some manufacturers out there create a proprietary charge cable, so that way if you do lose the cable, which many of us do, if you lose the cable, they require you to go buy their specific charging cable, whereas both of these models have micro USB. So it's great for the user experience. The brands that don't make a universal charge cable, it's great for the brand, not so good for the user experience, especially if you lose the cable, and then you have to go shell out $30 more for that. So that brought up a good point as I was moving the microphone. So let me just move it again so you know the microphone audio is through the Plantronics. So pressing up and down, I'm probably getting louder, I'm probably getting quieter. There you go. That's the Voyager 5200 UC. Now let me switch to the Sennheiser and do the same thing. All right, we're on the Sennheiser Presence UC. I'm going to move the microphone as well. As you can tell, I'm going to keep talking here so you know microphone audio is through the Sennheiser. And as I mentioned, both are at about 30 to 40% mic gain. So everything is even. Headsets are up to date. Mic gain is identical between the two. You be the judge. Let me know in the comments with your thoughts on which microphone sounds best. Okay, so let me go ahead and do a microphone noise cancellation test. Before I do that, let me play my audio through the webcam microphone so you can get a comparison between all three. So one moment.
All right, we're on the HD100 webcam microphone, which is not designed to be the best audio compared to headsets. So you can get an idea of what it would be like through maybe your laptop microphone or a webcam microphone. Let me switch to the headsets again. So that's the HD100 webcam.
Now we're on the Sennheiser Presence UC, and we're on the Plantronics Voyager 5200 UC. Now let me go ahead and play some background noise, and then you can decide which headset blocks out the most noise in the background, because if you work from home or in an office and you have kids talking or people in the background making noise, the last thing you want is on your important calls, the callers to hear all of that noise. for any reason the headsets don't cancel enough noise in the microphone, there's AI software that you can get. There's going to be a link in the description of the video. It'll lead you to another video that we did on the benefits of using AI noise canceling software to go with your headset to block out the most background noise, especially if you're in a loud call center. It can be frustrating when you call a call center and then you just hear everyone in the background. A noise canceling microphone, a headset with a noise canceling microphone plus AI noise canceling software is going to be the best 1-2 punch to knock out the noise. All right, so let me go ahead and play that background noise. Right here on my iPhone, it says stock office 1960s chatter. So let me play that. Oh, I'm set on the EPOS. Hold on just one moment. I forgot that my headset was synced up to my cell phone. So when I went to go play the office chatter in the background, the audio was playing through my headset. So I had to go on my cell phone and unpair it really quick. So now for the test, office chatter, here we go. Let's see, as you can see it right there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's playing office chatter in the microphone. So right now we are on, let me just confirm. We are on the Plantronics Voyager 5200. Let me put it up to the microphone. All right, now I'm going to put it right next to me to the right. It's literally an arm's distance to grab my phone, and this is office chatter, emulating what office chatter would be like. I'm going to talk here so you can hear what it's like. Now I'm going to stop talking and let's see if it cancels out any of the noise. So it would emulate, say you're at your desk typing, and there's a moment of a pause. This would emulate kind of what it sounds like if you weren't talking. There you go. That's the Voyager 5200 UC. So let me go ahead and switch over to the Sennheiser, and let's see what that one does. All right, we're on the Sennheiser. No, Sennheiser, or EPOS. Sorry, I keep saying Sennheiser. Sennheiser is now EPOS for many of the business grade headsets. So let me do the office chatter now. Office chatter is going on.
You do have a scale, you don't have. I do right here.
So it's right in the microphone. Arm's distance. This is me talking, and let's see how much noise it blocks out. And this is me not talking. Let's see how much noise it blocks out. There you go. Let me go ahead and pause that for just a moment. Let me switch over to my microphone on the webcam, and you can get an idea of what the noise is like through the microphone that's not noise canceling.
Okay. Audio is going through the cell phone right now, and you can get an idea of what it sounds like on the webcam. There you go. Let me go ahead and do one more test. We're going to do dogs barking. Let me switch to my headset.
Okay, we're on the Sennheiser. Let me do dogs barking because one of our supporters out there had mentioned that they want to hear office chatter in the background, kind of what that would be like, as well as say if you're working at home, if there's dogs barking. I'm not very confident that it's going to block out much of that noise. A headset with the noise canceling mic is going to be good, but no matter which brand, from our experience, they're not that good to block out, say, dogs barking. It's going to reduce it, certainly, so it's not going to be ear piercing for the person on the other end, but it's not going to 100% block that out. So let me go ahead and find dogs barking on my iPhone. All right, dogs are barking right now. So as you can probably hear on the microphone, it's probably obnoxious. All right, so we're going to let that play for just a moment. I'm going to stop talking so you can hear what that's like. All right, that's the Sennheiser. Let me go ahead and switch over to the Plantronics. We're on the Plantronics now. The dogs are still barking, extremely distracting nonetheless, and I'll stop talking for a moment. All right, then we're going to go to the webcam mic.
Same noise going on with the webcam mic for you to get an idea of extremely annoying noise that's going on.
right, let me just pause that. All right, I'm done with that. It's giving me a headache already. Okay, so that's the microphone test of all of them. No blender today. No blender test today. For those of you who are watching this video that have seen our other videos where we do a blender test, hopefully this is more helpful than running a blender. I know many people are not going to run a blender in the background, but nonetheless, we were having fun with it. But that's a more real-world situation. In the future, we may do more like office type settings where we'll actually go into a loud office and have people in a call center and run a video and see how that sounds. Overall, both headsets, I really can't choose one or the other because they both have their pros or cons. The Voyager 5200 UC, if you want comfort, for me personally, this is as good as it gets. Oh, and one other thing is people want to know about glasses. Some of you wear glasses out there. When I was wearing glasses, actually, surprisingly, the Sennheiser was a bit better, whereas this is going right on your ear. This is a bit more bulky and more thick. The Presence has that more thin ear hook. So it's a bit better wearing glasses, in my opinion. So if you see, I normally wear glasses. These are real glasses for me to be able to see. I don't know, the headset on the Sennheiser seems more comfortable. In regards to the Plantronics, it's not as comfortable, but as you can see, my ear's kind of bending on both sides. But I really can't feel it on either. But if I was to choose with glasses, the Sennheiser would be the best. The Plantronics, though, you really just can't beat the headset for comfort. Tons of people use this headset, and it's a great design. Just the downside of both models is they don't have replaceable batteries, which I wish they did, but they probably do that so that way they can make the headset so low profile and lightweight. That's it for now. As I mentioned, let me know the winner. I'm so curious on your guys' thoughts on which headset you found sounded best. And if you found this video helpful, please hit the like, subscribe for more videos like this. That's it for now. We will see you next time.